I turned 30 and decided to celebrate. A small gathering, a cozy bar, cake, and drinks. I invited my family, hoping for warmth and connection on a milestone birthday. But as the evening wore on, no one showed, not a single person. The bartender's pitying glances stung more than the whiskey he poured me. I sat alone, slicing into a cake no one would share, pretending I didn't care. A week later, my phone buzzed with a family group text. My mom's message, Dad's 50th birthday bash at Lakeside Resort. $1,800 per person. RSVP by Friday. Love you all. I stared at the screen, incredulous. No happy birthday for me, but now I'm expected to shell out nearly $2,000 for my dad? My sister chimed in. Already sent the payment. Mom, I can't wait. My brother echoed her excitement. Something inside me snapped. I opened Venmo, sent $1, and added a note. Congratulations. Then I changed the locks, blocked every family number, and felt the weight of years of manipulation lift from my shoulders. 2 days later, my bank alerted me to an unauthorized attempt to access my joint account. I closed it immediately, transferring the funds to private accounts. My sister tried calling from an unknown number. I didn't answer. That night, a loud knock at my door revealed 2 police officers. Are you Tim Blake? Your family reported you missing. I laughed bitterly. Did they mention they've been trying to steal from me? The officers exchanged glances. Are you okay? I'm fine, I said. Just done with them. They left, but not before warning me. If they can't reach you, they might escalate. I should have felt fear. Instead, I felt free. But freedom came with a price. My phone buzzed incessantly. Unknown numbers, voicemails, texts, guilt trips, accusations, threats. My mom showed up at my door, her voice sharp. Your father is devastated. He thinks you've lost your mind. I'm perfectly sane, I replied. I'm just done being your ATM. She pushed back. We raised you, fed you, educated you. And I paid for your house, your vacations, Sarah's wedding, Ethan's college, I countered. But you couldn't even text me on my birthday. My dad joined in, his voice low and patronizing. Family is about sacrifice, Tim. No, I said, my voice steady. Family is about respect, and you never had any for me. The confrontation escalated. My sister stormed in, screaming, You're selfish! You're tearing this family apart! No, I said, meeting her glare. I'm finally putting myself back together. They left, tires screeching, but the war wasn't over. My phone buzzed with frantic messages. Unauthorized login attempts, password reset requests. They were desperate to access my accounts. I called my bank, froze joint accounts, and secured everything with 2-factor authentication. Then I called my lawyer. My parents had tried to remortgage the house I co-signed years ago. They needed my signature. I blocked the attempt. The calls kept coming. The texts grew angrier. But I was done. Done being used. Done being manipulated. Done pretending this was love. As the silence settled, I leaned against the door, heart racing, but my resolve unshaken. This wasn't just a fight for my money, it was a fight for my life. We were family once, at least that's what I thought. But now, as I stared at my phone, shaking with a rage I couldn't suppress, I realized the truth. I wasn't family to them. I was a bank account, a safety net, a lifeline they drained dry. You're hurting everyone, my sister's voice crackled through the phone. I'm protecting myself, I replied, my voice steady despite the storm inside. We're trying to fix things, Tim, she pleaded. Fix things? I snapped. Or take everything while you still can? Silence, then a sigh. You're making this impossible. Impossible. As if I was the problem. As if I was the one who'd spent years bleeding me dry. I hung up. My hands trembled, but it wasn't fear. It was the fury of a man who'd finally reached his breaking point. I called my lawyer. "John, I want to sell my share of the house." "That'll force them to buy you out or sell the house," he confirmed. Perfect. Within an hour, the paperwork was on its way. The message was clear. Either they paid me for my share, or they lost everything. Another text lit up my phone. "You really want to do this, Tim?" Sarah's words were laced with venom. "You'll destroy everything." "I'm not destroying anything," I replied. "I'm just taking back what's mine." Silence. Then, "Fine. You want a war? You got it." I laughed. They thought they could scare me. They had no idea what I had planned. I logged into my email and started drafting a message. Subject: Financial Audit, Family Expenses. Body: Dear John, I need a full breakdown of every expense I've covered for my family over the last 5 years. Mortgage payments, loans, credit card debts, education fees, everything. I wanted it itemized, dates, amounts, cold, hard numbers. They wanted to see what I'd done for them? Fine. I'd show them. But I wasn't done. I combed through every message, every screenshot, every bank statement. Proof of their manipulation, their pleas for money, their insults when I hesitated. They thought I was weak. They thought I'd break. They were about to learn what desperation really looked like. Another knock on the door, louder this time, insistent. I checked the peephole. Sarah and my father, their faces twisted with anger. "Tim, open this door," my father shouted. "Get out of here," I yelled back. "We need to talk," Sarah screamed. "You can't do this." "I already did," I shot back. "You think you're so smart?" My father banged on the door. "I'm smarter than you think," I replied. "Now get off my property before I call the police." Silence. A thick, heavy silence. "You'll see what happens next," Sarah's voice was low and sharp. They stormed away, arguing in their cars, pointing toward my apartment. Another text flashed. "This won't end well for anyone." I smiled. They had no idea what they'd started. For the first time in years, I felt free. No calls, no messages, no guilt trips disguised as family support. Just silence. I filled my days with work, catching up on projects I'd neglected. I started going to the gym again, reconnected with friends who hadn't disappeared at the first sign of trouble. But the silence didn't last. An email from my lawyer. The house had been sold, but it wasn't enough. The mortgage was still a heavy burden, and because I'd co-signed it, they couldn't sell it without my signature. They'd tried to remortgage it without me. I blocked that attempt. Now, they had one choice left. Sell the house, clear the mortgage, and pay me back. But that wasn't enough. Even if they sold the house, it would only cover the mortgage and a fraction of what they owed me. I got the financial audit I'd requested. Every penny I'd paid for them over the years. Mortgage payments, $78,000. Car loan for Dad, $15,000. Sarah's wedding, $22,000. Ethan's college tuition, $36,000. Emergency family support, $51,000. Total, nearly $1 million. I sent the audit to our family group chat in a single message. "I want it all," I wrote. "Every cent." Chaos erupted. First, a call from my father. "You've lost your mind," he yelled. "We are your family." "You stopped being family the moment you treated me like an ATM," I replied. Next, a text from Sarah. "You're so selfish. You know that?" Mom's sobbing. "Dad looks like he's dying. Are you proud of yourself?" "Pay up, Sarah," I replied. "Or don't. But I'm done." My mother called, her voice cracked with desperation. "Tim, please, we can't just give you $22,000. We don't have it." "Sell everything," I said, "or start working." Days turned into weeks. The house went on the market. The cars were sold. Even Mom's jewelry was pawned, but it still wasn't enough. Finally, a call from my father. His voice was raw, almost unrecognizable. Tim, we sold the house. We sold the cars. We even pawned Mom's jewelry. And we still lack enough. Keep selling, I said. I want every cent. Silence. Then a broken laugh. You know you're killing us. No, I replied. You killed yourselves the day you decided I was just a bank account. 2 days later, the transfer arrived. $22,000. Every cent. I stared at the number, felt the rush of satisfaction, but also a cold emptiness. I'd won. But what did I win? Another text from Sarah. You destroyed everything. Mom's in tears. Dad won't speak. We have nothing. Are you happy now? Yes, I was, but they weren't done. Another text from my mother. Tim, we need to talk. You can't abandon your family like this. I didn't abandon anyone, I replied. I took back what was mine. Family isn't about money, Tim. No, I said, but it was for you, and now it's not. I blocked her number. I blocked my dad. I blocked Sarah. Then I logged into the family group chat, scrolled to the top, and hit leave group. For a moment, there was a strange peace. Silence. Real silence. But not for them. An email from my lawyer. They'd been evicted from the house, couldn't pay rent, couldn't secure another loan, homeless and broken. The family that once used me to stay comfortable was now shattered, and I felt nothing. No guilt, no pity, just freedom. For the first time in years, I wasn't anyone's bank account. I was just me. Days turned into quiet evenings. My phone stopped buzzing, my thoughts stopped racing. I wasn't waiting for the next demand. I was living. I hadn't been to bowling in years. But tonight, when my colleague suggested it, I didn't hesitate. Life became quiet, calm, free. Tim, you're up. I grabbed the smooth, familiar bowling ball. Neon lights danced across the polished lanes. I lined up, took a breath, and rolled. Strike! Wow, Blake, you're a natural, a coworker laughed, clapping me on the back. I smiled genuinely, but then I saw him 2 lanes over, a man, hunched over, graying, struggling with a ball that swerved into the gutter. He rubbed his face, looking older, smaller. But I recognized him instantly. My father. My chest tightened. I thought about leaving, pretending I hadn't seen him. But he looked up. Our eyes met. Shock, shame, then something else. Regret. He hesitated, then walked toward me. His steps were slow, uncertain. Tim, I didn't think I'd see you here. I didn't think you'd want to, I replied. He glanced at the empty lane next to him. Would you play a round? I could have said no, but I didn't. We played silently, my strikes, his misses. Each roll reminded us of the distance between us. Everything's lost, you know, he muttered. The house, the cars, your mother stays with Sarah. We've lost it all. I know, I said. I thought we'd be fine, he whispered. I thought you'd always be there. Because you used me. I did, he whispered, his voice cracking. And I'm sorry. I failed you. I failed us all. A bitter laugh slipped out. You think an apology changes anything? No, he said. But I need you to know, I was never strong, not like you. I pretended, I hid behind you. His words hung between us, raw and heavy. I spent years trying to be good enough for you, I said, my voice low. But I was never more than your bank account. I know, he said, his gaze falling. I was jealous. My own son is better than me, and I tried to take everything you had. A wave of anger surged, but faded as I watched him. Not the towering figure from my childhood, just a man, small, defeated. Why are you telling me this now? Because I have nothing left to hide behind, he said. And because I'm proud of you, Tim. I always should have been. Silence. The crash of pins echoed around us. In the midst of another strike, I walked to the lane. The thunder of the pins felt like a release. "I'm not returning," I said quietly. "I know," he said. He hesitated, then held out a trembling hand. For a moment, I didn't move. But then slowly, I reached out and shook it. His grip was weak, but real. I turned to leave, the neon lights flickering over me, the noise of crashing pins fading behind. I didn't look back. Outside, the night air was crisp, the city alive. I breathed in, feeling a weight lift from my shoulders. For the first time, I wasn't angry, I wasn't trapped, I was just free.